Let's not beat around the bush and say some stupid ass pun that I normally say or an intro. Let's just get right to this shit. We all know Cuphead is coming out for the Switch. In hindsight, I probably should have seen this coming because Microsoft doesn't own the IP to that game, and they don't own Studio MDHR. So it was always a possibility that game was going to come out on other platforms if it did. But where it came out is where it surprised me. Now, I was going to do this video as soon as I heard the news when it was still a rumor. But I wanted to sit on it to see if it was actually true or not. And now that it is, I have some things to say. Surprisingly, it's only one negative thing, and it's not really that negative. Now, let's just get that shit out of the way, shall we? The only negative thing that I have to say about Cuphead coming to the Switch is that it's just another exclusive. I say that term lightly because you could still get it on Steam, I think. It's the only exclusive that it's no longer exclusive to the Xbox console, and we all know how much Microsoft is struggling with exclusives. It's a given that Sony won this generation. I can accept that. I don't like it because my preferred system is an Xbox, but I can still accept that they won this generation. But this isn't about generations. This is mainly about my thoughts and what I hope will be born from this friendship Microsoft has with Nintendo. It's been stated that Microsoft doesn't see Nintendo as a direct competitor, and I really don't think they should. Not trying to shit on Nintendo, but their quality of games have always been different than that of Microsoft and Xbox. Microsoft and Sony. Like, if you really pay attention, Nintendo kind of does their own thing. Yes, back then the reason that Nintendo kind of stuck to its own games is because the hardware wasn't strong enough to play games that are really powerful and that can be handled on the Xbox 360 and the PS3. But if you think about it, Cuphead isn't really one of those games that requires a lot of processing power, if I'm even saying that right, to run. And the Switch has been proven to be pretty powerful. It can run Doom, it can run Skyrim, even though that's old. It can run Wolfenstein 2. I know there's a couple of new games that came out for the Switch, so it's been proven. The Switch has proven itself that it can be a powerful console. I want to mainly touch on the friendship Microsoft and Nintendo have developed. I never saw this coming. I really never saw this coming. I should have. I really should have. But I never did. Mainly because I was just so focused on Xbox. You can call me a fanboy. I really don't give a fuck if you call me a fanboy. I don't give a shit. But if I were to open my mind a little, or not my mind, if I were to snoop around in the news of gaming, I'm pretty sure a while back somebody or me or whoever would have found out that Nintendo and Microsoft are brewing a friendship. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe they kept it hush hush. Who knows? But I feel that this friendship is gonna be beneficial to, I want to say, to Nintendo more than Microsoft, because they're both giant corporations, but when it comes to gaming power, Microsoft has always been known to be more powerful than Nintendo, and it makes sense because Microsoft is a fucking computer company. It's a software company. It makes fucking sense. The original Xbox literally was old PCs or old computers. It was just compiled of that shit. So when you think about how powerful a console is, or gaming power, you're always gonna think about Xbox more than Nintendo. Now, Nintendo, the reason I think Nintendo will benefit from this is obviously they get more games that actually can be run on the Switch. But also, the reason I think Microsoft can benefit from this, and this is a fucking theory, okay? Don't quote me on this. I don't want to I know I'm never gonna end up on a fucking gaming website. I know I'm not, but just in case the rare occurrence happens where they think I'm right or no, fuck that. I really hope, I fucking hope that with this friendship, Microsoft would give Nintendo permission to use Banjo and Smash. If that fucking happens, I would gladly buy a Switch and Super Smash Ultimate with the fucking Fighter Pass. Hands down, no questions asked. I would fucking buy it. I wouldn't even think about it. I go to my nearest GameStop, chinga su madre, go up to my homeboy who works there. Hey, cabrón, give me a Switch and Smash. And I want to buy a Fighter Pass while I'm at it. I don't give a fuck how much. I think the Switch is like, what, 300 now or some shit? I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I'm buying it. If it's confirmed. If it's confirmed, I'm buying it. What else do I expect from this friendship, partnership, whatever you want to call it? Not that much, actually. I expect Banjo and Smash. And I really believe it's going to happen because, I mean, like, really? Like, just do the math. Nintendo used to not own Rare, but fucking owned them, like, you know what I mean? And then Microsoft bought Rare. I really thought that that shit kind of soured the the relationship between Microsoft and Nintendo, and maybe it kind of did. I don't know. But now that they're besties against Sony, because I'm pretty sure that's why they teamed up to go against the Godfather Sony. I'm pretty sure that's why they teamed up. And who knows? Maybe. This is like way out there, even for me. But maybe Nintendo might give Microsoft permission to use some of their franchises that aren't really staples. Like, I really can't think of a good one. I mean, I would really love F-Zero to come out for the Xbox, whatever the next Xbox is going to be called, or even for the Xbox One. Like, imagine that shit. Like, it would be awesome. We haven't had an F-Zero since like 2003, 2004. I really can't remember. But I mean, I really would like that shit to happen. Like, some of the staple Nintendo franchises can actually come to Xbox. I don't think it could actually happen, or will actually happen, but it would be nice. I mean, they wouldn't really be exclusives to Xbox, obviously, because they're fucking owned by Nintendo. I mean, maybe they'll come out for Xbox first, or Nintendo first, and then on Xbox. I really don't know. So it's kind of odd because, okay, this is gonna seem off from the topic, but hopefully you'll see what I mean. A while back, I was watching a Did You Know Gaming thing about the Xbox, the original Xbox, and how they were saying that a lot of games could have been exclusive for the original Xbox, but because Bill Gates or one of them, they pitched the idea to like to Japanese executives, and they were basically, how they were wording it is that they made the Japanese people look like assholes because they didn't want to accept the Xbox because it was black, which means the color of death, and the letter X also means death or some shit like that. And at the same time, just when the guy was saying it, when I heard that, I was like, wait, the PS2 is black, so why the fuck didn't they ban it? And literally seconds after I thought that, the guy said it. Well, the PlayStation is black, so it's like a cultural difference or something. Maybe, I don't know if Nintendo is more into their culture than Sony is. Or maybe Sony is. I really don't know. Don't quote me on that. I just wanted to state that. Maybe they just didn't want to work with Americans or Westerners. I've seen that shit happen before. So, who knows? Maybe their mindset has changed. At least Nintendo's probably. Because Sony, I'm pretty sure Sony is still uptight assholes about their fucking their culture. But who knows? I don't really have that much to say in general. Like, everything I had to say was praise for this fucking friendship Nintendo and Microsoft have made. We can just hope for good things to come out of this friendship. All there is just have to see, you know? I really do hope this actually is a good move for both Nintendo and Microsoft, because I've said it in the video where Nintendo might make I can't think, Scalebound. I've said that the game before I had an Xbox was Nintendo. So Nintendo and whatever Nintendo consoles and Xbox have been the only consoles I've personally owned. I've owned the NES, SNES, N64, GameCube, Xbox, the regular Xbox, Xbox 360 Elite, Xbox 360 E, which is the one I have, or the Slim, I don't fucking know, and the Xbox One. I've only owned Nintendo and Xbox, so I'm really rooting for something good to happen. But only time will tell, and that's it. That's only fucking time will tell, and I hope it doesn't take a lot of time or a lot of shit, you know, because a friendship could start, something might sour, they can say fuck it all, and it ends. Just like a lot of my past relationships. But we're not gonna talk about that, motherfuckers. This is a gaming channel, not a personal life channel. So with all that being said, I hope you fuckers like, comment, and sub. I will see you fuckers later, and yes, goodbye.